This is unofficial information I'm sharing with you. The official information will be out in a couple of days at the Royal Rumble. Supposedly, this is the cover for the deluxe edition of the game, and it'll be available on March the 8th. If you buy the regular version, it'll be out on March the 11th, and that's your cover. And for both versions, this is the back with Becky Lynch. You'll also have an Immortal pack, I believe, if you pre-order, with 3 versions of The Undertaker. Let's just quickly read what it says here. Basically, what I've shared, that gaming journalist Mike Straw is the one that had shared this information that he leaked. Whether or not it's accurate, I don't know, but this seems to be quite positively accurate as to who is going to be on the cover and what it's going to look like. And for those buying the deluxe, again, like I said, you get that 3-day early head start. Standard release on the 11th, and much like other WWE video games in the past, the bonus for those that pre-order is that you get the Undertaker Immortal pack, where you essentially play 3 versions of the Undertaker. The cover also reveals that the game will be available on the PS5, the PS4, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X, SNX. Does not look like PC and Switch versions of the game will be available at launch. Same as any unofficial news. Again, treat this with a grain of salt or a grain of sugar or a line of Coke, whatever, as 2K Games has not officially announced it. But that said, we do think it'll be announced soon. And don't be surprised if it actually is, in fact, the date that we see listed here. In other WWE 2K22 news, China's social media people are pushing for the deceased wrestler's inclusion in the roster. If you want to read more about that, you can click on the link here. For those of you that have been following me for the few years that I've been, I almost said Twitter, on YouTube, you may not know this fully about me. You might know my American Truck Simulator and World of Warcraft and Call of Duty and sports games as being my main go-tos. But truth be told, this is probably like the single favorite game of mine. This is probably my single favorite game, is what I was trying to say, like franchise-wise, the whole wrestling thing. It never gets boring to me. If I only had to play one game, this is a big statement I'm about to make here. If I could only ever play one game for the rest of my life, of all the games out there, it'd be a pretty close call between World of Warcraft and some sort of wrestling game. And I am very hopeful that this one is going to be good. I think the people that are behind this were shamed back in 2K20. I don't believe they were maliciously trying to give us a crappy game, but they did. And they were ridiculed, and I ridiculed them. I made a rant on that game. I think waiting that extra year to really polish it, get their shit together, I mean, only time will tell, obviously. We don't want another Cyberpunk 2077 fiasco. But definitely when this game comes out, for people that are skeptical, I'm going to be covering this game. Probably in the style of like Days Gone and Generation Zero, where I just went hog wild, you see, because on my channel, I predominantly give you first impressions of games. I'll play them, I'll do a couple of videos on them, and then I drop them. Like I'm almost done already covering Monster Hunter Rise for PC. Once you've watched me play the game for a half hour to even up to an hour, what more is there to see? Oh, cool, it looks like the game runs well. Great, awesome, right? Like, if I'm not making any tips or tricks for these video games, there's not much to talk about unless I'm just doing like an actual full playthrough. And I normally don't do those for games for 2 reasons. I get bored too easily, or I just don't know what to talk about or do in these video games. Like I don't want to do it. I want to do it with this. This is probably going to be one where if there's whatever career mode there is, or whatever, I am going to be going balls to the wall with this shit. Not too hard, though. I'd like to keep them intact. That was cringy, but I said it, and I don't take it back. Anyways, that's enough rambling. I will make another video in a couple of days once it's official. That's why I'm calling this unofficial. It's not clickbait. I don't do that shit. If you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. If you didn't like the video, you know it's coming. Go ahead. give it a thumbs down. Not only will I put you in a wrist lock and snap it off in your ass, when you wake up tomorrow morning, this is what you're going to get.
That was like a cannon going off!
But if you want to subscribe to the channel, maybe we could work something out. But if not, that's on you, and that's okay. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. Maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.